Welcome everyone, classic Thin Lizzy hit here. Scott Gorham, Brian Robertson, Brian Downey on drums, and the incomparable Phil Lynott playing bass and singing. Great song. There's a really cool lesson from Guitar World, but it's with Scott Gorham. And he also talks about the genesis of the song. So I'll put a link to that below the video in addition to my notes. So I've written this up, and Scott kind of really, once I found that lesson, I'm like, okay, that's how the lower harmony goes. I had a suspicion, and he verified it. So that's cool. We are tuned down a half step, so we are tuned to E flat. So tune your guitar down a half step, E flat, A flat, and so forth. And you'll be ready to play this. This is the live and dangerous version. So the song starts out with an A power chord. We're going to hold that for a 4 count. Then we're going to do this like. Alright, what we're doing is hitting the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then 3 quick hits on the 4th fret, back to 2, landing on 4 on the 5th string. And then 2 to 4 on the 4. Then we go to a B and a D power chord. We're not going to play the 1st string. You can play the D up here, especially if you got 2 guitars. I would play them in different positions. I did notice in the intro and in the chorus, when they hit the B and the D, they kind of add a little strum to it. And when Scott talked about this song's genesis, and when Brian Downey started playing more of a swing feel to Phil's bass idea, it took place. So it makes sense because it's got a little bit of a swing feel. So with the B, you want to hit it once and then down, up, down. And then D. Then your A, hold, and then the lick. The very last one, now they'll do that 4 times all together for the intro. The very 4th time they do it after the lick, they pretty much just hold the B and the D. They don't do any extra strumming. But listen to the song, you'll get the feel of it. And that takes us into the verse. So the first measure of the verse 1, I should say half measure, because I put this both into one measure in my notes. And I just bolded the 2nd half so you know it's the 2nd half of the measure. We're going from A to C sharp minor 7. So we're taking a C, going up a step, keeping our small finger off the minor, so that's a minor 7. Then to D. Then we jump to F sharp minor 7. So we keep our pinky off again and no middle finger. Back to our C sharp minor 7. Back to F sharp 7th minor. And then ending on a B minor 7. So that first half measure. Your pinky down on the 1st string at the 5th fret with that B minor, just add some flavor to it. You can do that on the C also. They do it sometimes, it's not really every time. You know, again, it's just to add flavor to the chords. Alright, so the 2nd half of the verse, after we do our, so we're going to do our A up to C sharp minor 7, up to D, then we're going to switch to D minor 7th, and then go back to C sharp 7, back to F sharp minor 7, and then our B minor 7, and then they're into the chorus. chorus will go through 3 times, A, B to D, with those little strums. After the 3rd time, we're into the lick. Now, because there's 2 guitars and they do harmonies, I'm going to teach you both harmonies. Personally, I prefer the higher harmony. It's just what my ears know from this song. But, you know, if you got 2 guitars and you want to learn both harmonies, I'll have them here for you. And it's good practice to do them both, really. All right, lower harmony part 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're into verse 2. All right. So this lower harmony starts out on the 5th string. We're going to hit 7 once and then 7 again, hammering into 9 and catching 7 on the 4th string twice. Then coming back to a quickly hit A. It's not rung out. It's just a quick. All right. Then we're going to do that one more time. The next time we're going to hit 7 and go up to 9 before we hit the open A. All right, so let's do those first 3 together. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, what we're going to do, when we hit 7 to 9 on the 4th string, we'll hit that 9 4 times before coming back to 7 on the 4th and then 9 on the 5th. Then we kind of start halfway through. We're going to hit 7 on the 4th string back to open A. So it's like a continuation, even though this is a second measure. We've hit the A, so now we're going to hit the 7 to 9 with 7 twice. And then 7 to 9. Now, to end this one, this is the only time he does it, we're going to hit 7, then 7 to 9, hammered on 5th string. 7 to 9 on the 4th string and slide 9 up to 11 and then hit 9 to 7. Then what we want to do is come quickly to the 6th string. You can kind of slide into it, or 6th fret of the 5th string. So that's 6, 4, and then 2, and then your A power chord. So that's the first lower harmony. The upper harmony, which again, this is the one I really enjoy playing, is going to be kind of based off the 4th and 3rd string rather than 5th and 4th. All right, so we're going to start the higher harmony on the 7th fret and then hit it again to 9. And then we'll catch 6 on the 3rd string. So I use my middle finger to start this. And we hit 7. All right, so that's the first one. Again. Now we're going to go 6 to 9. Then we come back to 7, 7, 9. This time we'll hit 6. 7 4 times, back to 6, and then 9 on the 4th. Kind of start again. This time it'll be from the 3rd string at 6, back to 7, and then 7 hammered to 9 on the 4th. All right, now. Again, he's kind of following. He's going to do this. All right, so what we're going to do is once we come in from the 2 7s on the 4th string to 6 on the 3rd, we'll take 7, bend that up, and hit it unbent before we come back to 6. Then 7 on the 4th to 7 on the 5th. To 5, and then 4 while he hits the A power chord. We will be on that C sharp. So we're harmonizing with the A and the C sharp. All right, and then we're into the chording in verse 2. So let's go through that higher harmony together slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Real nice. I just clean up my tone by going to the middle position. My pickups are set full on for the bridge pickup, and then for the neck pickup I've only got it at about 1, and it just cleans up the tone real nicely. So then we're into verse 2 there after that harmony part. So verse 2 and chorus 2 are exactly like we've learned. Now we're into the second time the harmony plays through. Now this time we're going to go from the harmony part into a bridge. So they play the full harmony in a sense that they're not playing any of the extra notes. All right, we're going to do the full thing. So I'll start with the low harmony so you can see that. And again, it's basically repeated. The only difference is the second measure starts from the 7 on the 4th string to 0. All right, so that comes right after. All right, then we are repeating from the second part. Difference. I'm going to play it so you can see what I'm talking about. Again, my notes will help. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go into the bridge. So let's go over high harmony 2. Again, it will repeat itself, but when it comes in the second time, we come in from, this will be the 6 on the 3rd string. Like this. All right, so I'm going to play the whole thing. Again, like I said, my notes will help. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're into the bridge. Okay, so for the bridge, we are adding our pinky down on the 2nd string for D sus4, and it's more of a 16th before he pulls off the pinky and kind of adds more of a triplet feel. Then we go to a C sharp minor 7th, F sharp minor 7th, back to our B minor 7th, and then F again. Repeat. So that's the bridge. Now we're into the verse 3. Verse 3 is the same as the other verses. Chorus 3 is slightly different. We're going to do 3 full out, played just like we have 3 times through the A, B to D. And then what we're going to do is 1 set quietly before we get into the outro. All right, so it'll sound like this. then we're into the outro harmony. So after that chorus, we're into this outro, which really consists of 3 parts. The first part is new to us, 1 measure, and then we go into the, we'll call, because we're in the low harmony part to start with, the 5 and 4. We're going to do that a total of 4 times before we start moving up the scale to finish out the song. So what I'm going to do is play the outro low harmony through the first 2 measures. So that gives you an idea of what's up and coming. But the new part here, this lower harmony, we're going to slide in 3rd string, 6th fret, and then come back to 2. Then we're going to grab the 5th fret of the 4th string, and then go to the 2nd fret of the 3rd and 4th fret. To 4. Again to 5, 2, 4, and then 4 again on the 4th. And just a D, and then we'll move that D form up to E. Start it again. Alright, at that point we start the lick that we know. Alright, so basically that starts us out, and then after the 4th time, the 3rd time through it, you'll hear Phil come in with, you know, the boys are back, and he has a sung line before the actual drums do a little drum roll, which leads us into the next section. So going up the scale with this lower harmony, I'm going to play it from the 4th take. We'll hear the drum roll, if you will, and then we'll start moving up. So you'll see how this changes, and then we'll go over it. So we're finishing that 4th part of the lick we know. Now we move, we know this is the upper harmony 1st part. So we'll start on the 3rd and 4th string from 6 using 7 and 9. Then we move up to this position, the 5th position. We're going to hit the 2nd string at 5 to 6, and then 6 hammered on to 7. Alright, then we'll hammer into 7 again, grab 6, and then lay down, 5 on the 2nd, and then 5 on the first. Then we come back to the third string at 6. So we have this so far. Then we do this. So what we're doing is third string again from 6 to 7, and then we go to the second string from 5 to 7. At that point, we're going to slide in to the, use your middle finger if you can, or your ring finger, and then switch position. But what we're going to do is slide into the second string at 10. And catch with your first finger, because you want to be in the 9th position. Alright, we're playing this form of A. We're going off of that. Alright, so we've caught 10, second string, and then we come up to the third string. Hit it once, hammer into 11, catching 10 again on the second string. Then we're going to catch the first string at 9. Alright, so we have this so far. Then we come back to 9 on the third. And start again. Then we come up to 12 on the second string. So 12 to 10 to third string 11. Alright, so let's just take it from 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish up here at the 14th fret position with our first finger. We'll start on the second string. So we're going from 14 on 2 to 14 on the third string. So it's really based around 14, 16. We'll add 17 in a second. So when we come back, we're going to hit 17. So after this 15 on the second, we'll come back. When we hit the second string at 14, we're going to bend it up, hit it 2 times bent and release it, then catch 16 on the third string. We'll do that 2 more times, and then end on A. So that's the higher harmony. Really, again, it's fun to play, great exercise. Although I prefer the higher harmony, it's fun to do the lower and just change it up a little bit. So we'll go over the higher harmony because it goes up. We end at 14, but a little bit different notes. So we'll go over that next. For the outro higher harmony, it will start out like this and then go into the lick we know 4 times through before they start moving up the scale. So I'm going to play through this. I'll do the part we don't know and then explain it after playing the lick that we do know, so you can see how it fits together. 1, 2, 3, 4. times, and then you're into moving up from there. But this line, the first measure of the outro that we don't know, is going to slide into the 3rd string, 9th fret, come back to the 6th fret, and then we're going to hit 6 again and 7, 9 before we land on 7 on the 4th string. Alright, so we have this. One more time with the 6, 7, 9 on the 3rd string, back to 7. And then we go to a D and E power chord. Repeat. Then we're in, like I said, the lick we know, it will happen a total of 4 times before we start moving up the scale. And I'll teach you that in a second. But again, that's how the higher harmony starts out with the line that we use for the outro. So going up the scale with this lower harmony, I'm going to play it from the 4th take. We'll hear the drum roll, if you will, and then we'll start moving up. So we're finishing that 4th part of the lick we know. Now we move, we know this is the upper harmony first part. So we'll start on the 3rd and 4th string from 6 using 7 and 9. Then we move up to this position, the 5th position. We're going to hit the 2nd string at 5 to 6, and then 6 hammered on to 7. Alright, then we'll hammer into 7 again, grab 6, and then lay down, 5 on the 2nd, and then 5 on the 1st. Then we come back to the 3rd string at 6. So we have this so far. Then we do this. So what we're doing is 3rd string again from 6 to 7, and then we go to the 2nd string from 5 to 7. At that point, we're going to slide in to the, use your middle finger if you can, or your ring finger, and then switch position. But what we're going to do is slide into the 2nd string at 10. And catch with your 1st finger, because you want to be in the 9th position. Alright, we're playing this form of A. We're going off of that. Alright, so we've caught 10, 2nd string, and then we come up to the 3rd string. Hit it once, hammer into 11, catching 10 again on the 2nd string. Then we're going to catch the 1st string at 9. Alright, so we have this so far. we come back to 9 on the third. And start again. Then we come up to 12 on the second string. So 12 to 10 to third string 11. Alright, so let's just take it from 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finish up here at the 14th fret position with our first finger. We'll start on the second string. So we're going from 14 on 2 to 14 on the third string. So it's really based around 14, 16. We'll add 17 in a second. So when we come back, we're going to hit 17. So after this 15 on the second, we'll come back. When we hit the second string at 14, we're going to bend it up, hit it 2 times bent and release it, then catch 16 on the third string. We'll do that 2 more times, and then end on A. So that's the higher harmony. Really, again, it's fun to play, great exercise. Although I prefer the higher harmony, it's fun to do the lower and just change it up a little bit. To finish out this song with the higher harmony, I'm going to start out with the end of what we consider the higher harmony lick that we already know, and then start moving up the scale, and you'll see the difference if you watch the lower harmony. Alright, here we go. So we've moved from this first position then we come to this 5th position. So we'll start out on the 2nd string to the 3rd string, and then hit the 1st string at 5 again. This time we move just up to the 2nd string at 7. Now we're going to move up to this position. It'll be the 9th with your first finger. Then we come up to the 14th position, just like we learned with the lower harmony, but this is one before the end, if you will. the second string at 15 to 13. I'm sorry, 14. What is it? That's 17. I'm sorry. All right, 17 to 14. Then we're going to hit 14 again, hammer on to 15, and then back up to 17. Back to 14 again. Then we lay our finger down, catch the first string at 17. Back to 14. All right, so we have this. Now we're going to move up. When we get to 17, we're going to bend that up, hit it 3 times, release, and then strike 15. Alright, so all together, and that bend and hit to 15 will happen 3 times before we end in an A chord. Alright, so this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got the whole lesson. I really hope this helps everybody. One of my favorite Thin Lizzy songs. Enjoy.